Hey man, Dave here in Osaka, Japan, and today you're gonna learn 7 mistakes that most men make in the bedroom. If you make even one of these mistakes, then your woman is not gonna be satisfied. So make sure to stick around all the way to the very end, because I'm gonna show you how to fix each one of these mistakes. That way you can be great in bed every time. Sound good? Let's do it. Mistake number 1, not lasting long enough. The only time it was good to be a Minuteman was during the American Revolution. You gotta realize, it's not about lasting for a certain amount of time in bed, like, oh, you're gonna last 3 minutes or 5 minutes or 20 minutes or 2 hours. It's about lasting as long as you want. That way you can kind of sync up with your girl and finish around the same time she does, or keep it going even a little bit longer so she can have multiple orgasms. Here's a few quick tips for lasting longer. You can work on controlling your breathing. You can even count your breaths from 1 to 10 in your head as you're thrusting. The more control you have over your breath, the more control you have over your orgasm. You can also switch positions. So if you're in a position that feels really, really good, maybe even a little bit too good, you can switch to a position that's a little bit less sensitive so you don't lose control. You should also do some cardio. Play some basketball, do a little bit of running, and be in good shape so you're not huffing and puffing and getting out of breath, when you're 10 minutes into the sex. What's up, guys? It's a little too windy and too loud over here, so let's keep it moving. All right, man, back on the beautiful river out here, and it's time for mistake number 2, and that is rushing. So a lot of guys want to run and jump in the bed, rip their clothes off, and start jackhammering away like they're on a construction site. But good sex is a gradual and slow process, and it's best when you build it up instead of jump right into it like you're about to dive into a river. So one way you can slow it down is to make sure you don't skip foreplay. So, kissing her neck, maybe giving her a sexual massage, and going down on her and fooling around. These things will get her excited and the sex will be a million times better. Then when it's actually time to start having sex, don't start jackhammering away just yet. Use some slow thrust. Keep building it up. After 20 or 30 seconds, start going a little bit harder and get into a good rhythm. Now, man, if you're still having trouble getting girls into bed, then make sure to check out my free conversation video course. In it, you're gonna learn the exact things to say to flirt with girls and get dates. Just click the I in the top right corner or the link in the description to get instant access to the first video. What's up, guys? It is time for number 3, and that is too many positions. Now check it out, man. Some guys, they want to just crack open the Kama Sutra or the hookup handbook and start using every position that they've ever heard of. You gotta understand, man, good sex is not about the positions you use. Sure, they have an impact, but what has far more impact is the flow and the rhythm of the sex. So when you're switching up the position every 15 to 30 seconds or even a minute, it gets to be a little bit much and it completely ruins the rhythm. So here's what you should do, man. Stick to a few main positions, and you can find some really good ones in my best-selling book, The Hookup Handbook. Link in the description. So yeah, have a few different go-to positions. Maybe experiment with the new one every time you go at it. And don't change positions because you feel like you have to. Only change positions when you feel like you have the urge to. And definitely don't switch a position if you feel like she's about to orgasm. She starts moaning and you know what's coming. Stick to what you're doing. So yeah, that's gonna improve the rhythm of the sex and everyone is gonna be happier. Mistake number 4 is low sexual confidence. A lot of guys whimper their way into sex. They're not sure about how to pleasure a girl. They're insecure about their ability, and overall they just don't know how to please a woman. I know, man, it's hard to feel like you know what you're doing when you don't have a lot of experience. We've all been there, and we've all had ruts where we're just not that good in bed. The simple solution to that, though, is to find a main girl. This doesn't have to be your girlfriend. It can just be a girl you hang out with maybe once or twice a week and hook up with. It's a girl you can get comfortable comfortable with in bed, learn what she likes, learn what women like in general, and learn how you yourself can start to improve. Once you start having good sex with one girl, it's a lot easier to be confident having sex with other girls. Now, if the idea of getting a main girl seems difficult, then make sure to smash that subscribe button and click the notification bell, because I put out new videos every Tuesday and every Friday to help you talk to girls and crush it at life. Mistake number 5 is lack of dominance. Now, just as women crave dominance from guys in general, they want a guy who goes for what he wants, who takes control and doesn't apologize for it. They want that same kind of thing in the bedroom. They want a guy who's gonna take control and make her feel like a woman. Now, that doesn't mean you need to get all 50 shades of gray on her, but you might be able to get 10 or 15 shades, if you know what I'm saying. A few easy ways that you can start being more dominant is to pull on her hair. You can start lightly tugging it by the roots, and if she seems to like it, maybe go a little bit harder. You can also give her commands, so you can tell her, hey, get on your knees, or get against the wall, or go over to the mirror. Commands like that will make her feel like you're in control and she can just submit to you. And also, don't ask her to move into positions. Take her body and move them into the positions that you want to do. There's a lot more to being dominant in the bedroom, and I'll talk about that in another video. But for now, if you do those 3 things, then I'm telling you, man, she's gonna love you for it. Mistake number 6, lack of emotion. You're not a sex robot. She's not a sex robot. At least, I hope not. So you gotta infuse some emotion into the sex. That's what's gonna take it from average to incredible. Now, when I talk about infusing emotion, I'm not talking about crying and holding her like you're Ryan Gosling up in the Notebook. I'm talking about more subtle ways to make the sex a little deeper. So for example, you can look into her eyes a little bit more while you're having sex, moan a little bit to show her that you're enjoying it, and before you even get to the sex part, try to make a connection with her, ask her open-ended questions about herself and her passions. Because listen, man, it's hard to have an emotional connection while you're having sex if you don't have any kind of connection with this girl at all. Mistake number 7, not caring about her pleasure. So I was talking to one of my girlfriends the other day, and she was telling me about this hookup she had with a dude. She was on top of this dude, riding him buck wild like a mechanical bull. But he was sitting there on the bed, chilling like a dead fish. He put in 0 work. Then suddenly he finished, got up to go to the bathroom like nothing happened, and that was pretty much it. He didn't even care if she enjoyed it. Now that's a recipe for pretty much never getting a second hookup with a girl. Listen, man, sex is a 2-person game. Well, at least 2 people. So you gotta put in some work too. Don't just lie there like a dead fish like that other guy did. If she's on top, you can thrust your hips a little bit to make it easier for her and to make it more pleasurable for the both of you. If you finish a little too soon, try to go back to foreplay and help her reach an orgasm. Or wait a few minutes, try to recharge and go for round number 2. Because when you're both feeling the pleasure, that's when the sex is gonna be great. Alright, man, if you can correct these mistakes, then you can give her great sex pretty much every time. But if you want more help to be great in bed, then make sure to check out this video right here. In it, you're gonna learn 7 tips for lasting as long as you want in the bedroom. Anyway, I'll talk to you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe and smash that notification bell so you don't miss it. And give this video a big thumbs up if you like it too. Peace!